Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan stepping down from his post. Mr. Pralhad Joshi has now been given additional charge of the Education Ministry alongside his existing cabinet responsibility. With the political deadlock now resolved, the focus must shift from protest to policy. The resignation marks the end of one chapter, but the larger challenge remains rebuilding trust in India's examination system. NewsX's Mission Exam Shield represents a comprehensive six-step roadmap to prevent something like this from happening, and accountability and transparency is the top priority. The time has now come to move beyond the politics of the crisis and deliver lasting education reforms that safeguard every student's future. All right, Mr. Somnath Bharti, a lawyer and a former member of the Delhi Legislative Assembly, is joining us on the broadcast to talk more about this. Mr. Bharti, appreciate you joining us, sir. I hope you can hear me.
Thank you, Viniji. Yes, I can hear you.
So, what do you think this victory for the Cockroach Janata Party means? Does it imply that the problems that we have seen in the education ecosystem will now cease to exist? Or do you think that this is also a beginning of a promise to the students that things will improve in the days to come, sir?
Viniji, see what has happened today and what was happening for last 35 days at Jantar Mantar. Everybody in the nation was glued to the TV and glued to the WhatsApp, etc., and YouTube, etc. And they were wanting to understand that why this egotistic approach of Mr. Modi towards this issue which is affecting students across the nation. See, they took 18 long days. They did not even look at the protesters. They did not even look at the Sonam Wangchuk. So when they picked up Sonam Wangchuk ji, that was the day when across the nation this fury which was already stored in the minds and the hearts of the people of India, that came out. And then it became big. And finally on 20th of July, when this barbarous attempt was made on the students, and they broke legs and hands and heads of the students, and the brutality which they committed on the students, that was the point when everything went haywire. Because nobody could tolerate these young kids, 15 years old children, to be beaten up mercilessly by the Delhi police of Amit Shah. And that is why possibly they had miscalculated earlier. But let me tell you, Beniji, what has happened that, see, a student, when you compare and you look at the two instances when Mr. Modi has had to come down from his chair, one was the farmers' agitation. Of course, they took a year and a half. But then they had to give up their ego, and then they had to, take back the black laws of the farmers. And now students, they had to give up faster. Why? The reason is not every house has a farmer, but every house does have students. Every house does have kids. And that is why every house in India got affected and got, concerned that BJP is doing massively wrong. And that is why BJP had to come on back foot. And now, when it has happened, it is just the beginning, sir. It is just the beginning, because everybody in the nation was believing what was BJP used to say. Because we are winning elections, that is what we can do anything. If you recall the statement of Mr. Rajnath Singh, he had said, हमारी सरकार में इस्तीफा नहीं होता है, हम यूपीए नहीं है. So the problem is when you build up such ego in your personality, then the people of India have a solution to that. But unfortunately, Gyanesh Kumar has managed this election for BJP in such a manner that they have succeeded to delete voters of opposition. They have done whatever to win election, but that is not stopped. So that is why across the nation people have come out on roads to show Modi ji the right place which belongs to him.
Mr. Bharti, you're quite right in the assessments that you have made, sir. The Aam Aadmi Party was also born out of a protest. What do you think, this protest, which has in a way concluded, does to the political currency of the Bharatiya Janata Party? And is this also the beginning of a formula that if the government is not going to look and hear the youth of this nation, then obviously they will resort to the same formula once again.
See, I must tell you that the confidence which has got built up in every Indian citizen today is phenomenal. Every Indian citizen today who was of the belief that we can't raise our voice against Modi government has now got emboldened. They understand that the moment there is a wrong, gather, raise your voice, you'll be heard. So that fear psychosis which got instilled in the Indians' minds has got resolved today. And that is why Mr. Modi has to, if you recall, see sir, never ever Mr. Modi was so nervous that he had to come midnight with a Insta video, and he was trying to engage with Genji. But Genji knew, if you look at the videos made by Genji in response, they're saying, which friends? I'm not your friend. So what I'm saying today, Mr. Modi has got massively exposed. And today India will not stop. See, when in 2024, Mr. Modi got only 240 seats and he was sought by 32 seats in order to form the government. That time he possibly realized that he's not getting votes now. And that was the time when he decided to do SIR exercise to ensure that the votes are managed in such a manner that he keeps winning seats after seats, elections after elections. But this protest at Jantar Mantar has collapsed all his strategies. And that is why BJP and Mr. Modi stands cornered, and he doesn't have answers the way forward what to do next.
Mr. Bharti, last question before we let you go. The BJP is also saying that the opposition has never done anything for the students of this country or education. But when it comes to these protests, they have tried to leverage it, they have tried to piggy bank it and make it into a political agenda, which it is not. How do you respond to this allegation by the Bharatiya Janata Party, sir?
Biniji, see, BJP doesn't have answers to many questions. Who stopped them from attending these kids and Sonam Wangchuk ji in the first 18 days? Who had told them to pick up Sonam Wangchuk ji from between, while the protest was on, from the stage forcibly in a cowardice manner? Who had told them? Who had told them to this barbaric and massively brutal beating of the children by their own police? Nobody advised them to do this. So all these acts are their own decisions. But today, sir, see, if you recall, my own party, Aam Aadmi Party, our primary agenda in politics was and will be education. If we succeed to educate the country, look at the way we did with Punjab. Punjab we brought from rank 23 to rank 1. We have crossed Kerala when it comes to school education. So, the Aam Aadmi Party believes only education can cure the ills of this country. And then we are focusing there.
All right. Mr. Bharti, always a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for taking out the time and speaking to us, sir. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, so that was Mr. Somnath Bharti, lawyer and former member of the Delhi Legislative Assembly. And we'll also be speaking to some NEET aspirants